Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol INO. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this may look like several days worth of time right there, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I don't mean to state the obvious or rub salt in anyone's wounds, but pretty rough day here, gap down. But to give credit where credit's due, the bulls did actually make a nice move up out of the opening gates, and then the price rolled back over. And this is always kind of the part during the day where it's like, yeah, it made a nice move, but now it's rolling over. Is this thing going to crash right back to where it started down here, or what's going to happen? And we got our answer. The price ultimately leveled out right there before starting to head back up. I go through all that kind of story just so that this level of support I talked about makes sense. And that level of support, and a very important one, right there at $6.80. Why is $6.80 so important? Well, that's just like I said, going through the story, when the price ultimately did roll back over here, it bled, and that's where the bulls finally decided to step right in. So that's the key level going forward. I mean, if the price breaks through $6.80, no such thing as a guarantee in the market, but if the price does break through $6.80, I would not be shocked at all to see the price slowly drift down to at least retest the lows from the opening 30 minutes, which sit at $6.60. So if, the move from today, again, being defined, when I say the move, I don't mean the gap down, but this upwards move here and this movement down here, because as it stands right now, technically speaking, the price is working on starting to build some stair steps in the upwards direction. But in order for those stair steps to remain valid, price has got to stay up above that $6.80 mark. Now, if the price continues upwards, let's talk about a couple potential areas of resistance. First area on any sort of bounce is going to be right here at about $7.15. If the bulls can clear that hurdle, then the next key hurdle just simply where the overall bounce stopped today, and that's up there at about $7.40. So all in all, from if you bought before today, obviously not a very good day, but an interesting setup, from more so a short-term trading perspective, as like I said, the bulls did start technically building a staircase. So the question going forward is, can this staircase remain and get even stronger? We shall see. One of the most popular questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then by all means, click right there to get access to the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and like I say, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.